When the World Health Organization declared 2020 to be the year of the nurse and the midwife, none of us would ever have thought that within a few weeks, that title would have changed, that it would become the year of the caregiver, every caregiver, from doctors, nurses, first responders, all healthcare workers, hospital, long-term care, skilled nursing, assisted housekeeping, dietary, all of you are caregiver heroes. So what can I do to help you, to help us in these disruptive times? To me, it's all about cultivating resilience. I am Eileen McDargh, the CEO of the Resiliency Group. CEO stands for Chief Energy Officer, because you see, we believe that resiliency is all about energy management. What gives us energy, what allows us to keep on keeping on. And so it's not about bouncing back. There's no such thing as going back. It's about growing through to become stronger, wiser, and or smarter. And specifically, I'd like to suggest two large ways that we can manage our energy: head talk and heart walk. Let me go to head talk first. You know, our brains are talking to us all the time. And when we become anxious, fearful, depressed, what's happening is the primitive brain, our fight or flight response, is taking over. And we can oftentimes also even become irrational. And in panic, we do such strange things as hoard toilet paper. Come on, who ever heard of hoarding toilet paper? I mean, gives new meaning to the fact that human beings are anal retentive. But in any way, I want to talk about how do we retrain the brain. What are ways that we can stop that are more powerful things to say to yourself so that you do not feel like a victim and that you're in control? Here's the first one. Use the word I choose to versus I have to, and reframe the situation. Let me take that first one, I choose to. When you say choose, you are saying you are in control. I did not have to do this video. You don't have to look at it. It is a choice. So begin to retrain your brain. Say, what is it that I am choosing to do today? How do I stay safe? How do I care with care and compassion to my patients, to my team members around me? So substitute have to for choose to. The second one is to reframe the situation. You know, Admiral James Stockdale was a Navy pilot captured in Vietnam and tortured for over 6 years. When he returned to the United States and survived, he wrote about his experience, and he reflected that the prisoners who lived versus the ones that died held two very different thoughts. He observed the two very different thoughts. One group felt that and said that this was this horrible, terrible, unending, that their situation was brutal. At the same time, they also held an unwavering conviction that they would prevail. So here's how I want you to retrain your brain. You are strong, powerful, and capable. You can extend care and kindness in this moment to all before you. You will prevail in this moment. And when I say in this moment, here's the other thing about head talk: stay in this moment. There is no past, it's done. There is no future. The only place you have power is right here, right now. How do you choose to stay in this situation and reframe it? Now, when we think about heart walk, I want you to think of heart. At the core of the word heart is the word ear. It's to listen. I want you to listen to your intuition, to yourself, because your heart will tell you what you need for self-care. How do you replace this heart energy, which, by the way, is far more powerful than the brain? One way you do, and you're going to hear this from a lot of people, is you breathe. But here's how I want you to breathe. Is to take in those deep breaths and hold your heart for a minute. Because your heart is telling your brain, come back, come to center, choose. How do you extend gratitude and compassion to yourself? What does your heart tell you you need in the way that you can self-care? And then you can walk on. So lesson one, head talk. I choose instead of I have to. Reframe the situation. That's the second part. Lesson 3 out of head talk is stay in the now. What is this moment? And lesson 4, heart walk. Listen to your intuition about what you need, and then what do others need from you in competency, care, and compassion. I believe you, as caregiver heroes, can be like Admiral Stockdale, recognizing with unflinching courage they were living in extraordinarily difficult times, and know that you will prevail.